special. You know, I guess we'll see, won't we? But
Well, every time you released a new episode, there was some new techniques you were trying, or like showing off, I guess.
I suppose.
So
Okay.
we're just like collecting some questions now.
It's very very difficult to find the questions because the chat is going so fast.
I got one here.
I can turn it up. At the moment, it's at 15. I'm still trying to like collect myself. Oh,
I mean, I can just read out that one I just
Yeah, go for
got
it.
by. It says, "Hello, question for rival Arcanaut and Mother." They just call you Mother, I guess. How long did it take to make Love with Your Love and Broken Roads?
I wish I could answer that, but
How long did it take, Rosie?
about an
I mean,
afternoon, I'd say.
Yeah.
you did the animation, so I suppose that took a while.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Gosh, that was a long time ago for
Yeah.
the Loved with Your Love, the first one.
Is it like 2 years already?
Wait, not?
No,
Wait, what?
1.5. 1.5.
One
We're
and a
good.
half.
We're fine.
We're getting
Everyone
there.
is still young.
Hey, at least
But,
it's being featured in the episode now. That's all that
right.
counts.
I mean, looking
No,
at production, I guess it's Love with Your Love was quicker than Broken Roads. That for sure, I remember.
Yeah,
Uh,
gets Broken Roads. We started Broken Roads 4 months after Love with Your Love was released.
oh, wow.
So it took over a year to actually get it out.
Hmm.
right. Yeah, I remember we had this pretty early, but we never actually were managed to find the right idea. Or, but we did it eventually.
Because I remember you were visiting me in Sweden, and we were working on that song
Oh,
in my old apartment before I moved, and I moved like a year ago.
I haven't even seen that new place yet.
Well, you're welcome over anytime.
Oh, yeah.
What about me?
Yeah, you're welcome as well.
I'm pretty good at
Everyone
music.
in chat is welcome.
I'm a
We can
good
have
singer. I think I'm not.
I mean, we don't know if you are. Maybe you are.
Maybe. Who knows? When it comes to the music videos, though, in terms of how long they took me, I can't remember really how long Loved with Your Love, the first one, took. Maybe 2 weeks to a month or something. I did procrastinate a lot for it because I'm usually juggling things, so I was working on that as well as other videos and merchandise and stuff. For the remake, it probably also took a couple weeks. Generally, my music videos take me quite a long time just because, I have to think it out. I have to make sure the rigs are good and, the music video is just a lot of editing, so it does take a bit longer, which is why I'm never doing a musical again. I'm sorry, guys, it's not happening. But yeah, I'm still very happy with how it turned out, though. I quite like it. It's my favorite.
Oh, yeah, I like how he did all the details in the animation with the falling Jake from the sky and everything. That was pretty nice.
Thanks. And the great thing about the massive 1 year gap was that I could show how much I could improve with my animation and my editing because I cannot watch the first one. It's just
I mean, there's always room for improvement, I guess, whenever
yeah,
you look at
definitely.
anything.
I think even in 1 year's time, I'm going to look back at my current ones and probably
Yeah,
not like it. And I think that's
probably.
just, everyone's experience, isn't it?
We're getting a lot of questions here now.
Reverie has a question. Hey, do you guys have any fan encounters? Rosie, has anyone ever met you on the streets?
I don't go out. I don't leave my house. No, I haven't. I honestly don't when I do, no, I think I'm not sure if there's a lot of fans around where I live, in the south of England, but no. I think honestly, if I met one of you guys, I would probably be more nervous than you though, because I'm just like that by nature. just very anxious. But I'm sure I'd love to, obviously.
Feel that.
How about you guys?
I've had it happen 3 times. Once at a New Year's Eve party when I was just like going to a friend of a friend's place, and there was like a guy there that apparently was a huge fan of mine, but I've never met him in my entire life. So it was very very strange to talk to someone that basically knew everything about me, but I didn't even know his name. So, but he was very nice, and that was like the first time, and it was different, but still really great. But yeah, very like just very different to talk to someone that knows everything about you.
Right.
Pretty much.
Thank God I
Yeah.
live in Germany. No one who listens to the music actually goes out and be like, "Hey, I know you." So
I just don't go. I need to.
We have a question for Rival here. Hey, Rival, can you burp on mic?
and I
I'm
burp on
gonna
mic.
mute. I'm gonna deafen.
I'm actually not. I don't have that skill. I'm sorry. I know some people can. I cannot.
Burping is
I'll start
actually one of
reading out
the.
some questions from chat here. Will you guys keep working in the future together? From Seriana.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Of
I
course.
mean, that's
That's
the
why we're
goal.
here.
We actually are working on another song. Ark North, myself, and Cap. You actually might know that guy as well. So
Yeah. Here's another question for Ark North and Rival. What do you guys think about what happened in the latest episode with the recording thing? Rival.
the recording thing. Well, you put me on the spot here now. I'm honestly not sure.
Should we give you a recap, or have you watched the episode?
Partly.
I can fill you in.
Yeah, I have watched partly, but I don't think I remember that
Well,
scene.
Jake said some bad things that he shouldn't have, and the club got hold of it, and then shock horror. He goes in the club, he gets slapped up. They all cry, they run out, and he's out of the club. Does that ring any bells?
I'm not sure, to be honest, but I make sure to rewatch that part then.
It was my favorite part, personally.
Well,
How
that I
about you,
have to.
Oscar?
I'm just reading all the questions. There's so many good questions here. You guys want another one?
Go for it.
Okay, we have a question for Rosie. Are we going to see more of the Music Freaks in the future after the series ends?
You will, yeah. I'm not saying what it is. Like, I'm not promising like another season or something, but there are things that I like. At the end of the day, like TMF characters are like my babies, and I still want to make stuff with them. And like, I know you guys probably want to see more, so there's like things that I like, other videos that I'd like to make with them, like in my Q&A, if you've been there, I've said that I wanted to do a video after the last episode, as well as the spin-off, which is still coming. I promise Elliot is still relevant. After that, like skits or kind of comic style, like Jaylee's first interaction when they're freshmen, sort of thing. Maybe, I don't know, you'll see Stacey's mum. Who knows?
No,
I do.
no, that wasn't a solid teaser.
There you go, guys. Oh, so many questions.
If you like, I can slow it down. I don't want you to be overwhelmed. It is a
Okay,
minute, though.
we have a question from Alex for all of us. What song that you guys make that is really popular by now? And second question, what is your guys' favorite food? Let's start with the second one.
I mean,
Rosie,
that
what's your favorite food? I know
My
last time
favorite
we
food?
had a call, you were gonna have fajitas. Is that your favorite food, or is it
I don't know. It
like
comes second to children. I quite like. No, that's weird. I tried to make a joke about ham cannibal, but no, ignore that. I like cheese. I like cheese on fajitas.
Fair
But
enough.
just straight cheese, nothing else, just cheese.
I like lots of cheeses. I like mozzarella. I like feta. I think feta at the moment is up there for me.
Well,
Do
yeah,
you
I guess
consider
you
yourself
can
a
eat raw
cheesy
cheese.
person?
Sorry, Oscar, what did you
No,
say?
I asked Rosie if she considers herself a cheesy person.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty cheesy.
What's your favorite food, Mr. Rival Valentine?
I'm very much into cereals. I eat it every morning and every evening because that's the simplest thing I can make in the kitchen. Um, and obviously peanut butter, as everyone is probably expecting. And look at my amazing profile pic, by the way. Rosie made it. It's amazing. I love it.
Good. So then I have a question for you. Do you consider yourself a serial killer?
Oh my God.
Wait, all of us? Are we
No,
serial killers?
Rival. He's
Oh.
killing cereal every morning.
Uh, what made you decide to start the Music Freak series and gacha videos in general?
Well, when it comes to gacha in general, that's quite it's not I usually refrain from answering this because it's kind of embarrassing for me to answer why exactly I go into gacha, but I do have it in my FAQ below if you want to read, but basically I stumbled across gacha when I wanted to make a cute little love story between two characters I will not name because I'm not going to. And I just really loved the chibi style. It was really easy to use, and for someone like me, it was easier than drawing, which I was considering doing animatics or something instead. And why I decided to do was it why I decided to do a series?
I mean, first of all, I don't think that is embarrassing at all, but
No,
anyways.
that's not the embarrassing part. It's what I made. If you know, you know. It's not nothing bad. It's just I cringe, and when I think back about it,
I mean, that's kind of part of being an artist, I suppose. If I look
that's
back at
true.
if
That's
I look
true.
at a previous release, I'm like, God, why are they still online? But anyways, the second question is, was it hard for the casting, and did you know any of them beforehand?
For the casting, I wasn't hard, but it wasn't as easy as it would have been today, just because a lot of people. I didn't get a lot of auditions, so I didn't have like a whole load of choice. But I got extremely fortunate with my choice because I managed to find excellent, like brilliant voice actors that now voice act for me. I really did get very lucky. Some of the characters I did know, the cast I did know prior, such as Leah's voice actor, and did I know anyone else? Haley's previous voice actor, Via, because they were also voice actors, and I did send them the link to the audition because I thought they could try out, and yeah.
Yeah, they're all really good. So, what are the requirements for being a voice actor? Do I have a chance
Can you bark?
if I can
Sorry, that
bark?
was yeah. Can you bark? I've got a row open at the moment for a
Do I have
dog.
to be am I so I can try out?
I mean, you already voice acted yourself, so I guess you are qualified in some
True, that's
capacity.
true.
I'm gonna be a dog.
There is a dog opening for the next episode. I mean, hit me up if you.
A dog opening. Are you going to introduce some more animals to the series?
I will be.
So I guess if anyone is in chat wants to be a dog in the next episode, hit Rosie up.
You will
He's
have
gonna
an
get a load
entire
of people barking at me now.
a huge dog concert.
Everyone can send
Everyone's
messages
barking
to
in the
bark
chat right now.
bark
Speaking
at.
of dogs, I actually got a little pupper today.
Oh, you
Juggy.
got it now.
Yeah.
Do you
He's
have a
just
picture of
chilling
it?
downstairs. I can probably find one.
Is there gonna be a dog reveal on your
And
YouTube video?
I think Jason, one of my mods, has already spoilt him in the chat. You can see him if you go open the chat.
Oh. Oh.
So maybe I can rig him up and animate him. Hey, give him a little cameo.
He's so
Yes.
fluffy.
He's already had some peanut butter, you know. We got him some special dog one.
As a good dog should get.
Why can't he get the role?
At the moment, he isn't barking. He's just making a lot of squeaking noises.
Oh.
Or not at all. So maybe when he's a big boy, he can replace someone.
Okay, let's bring up. Because many people would like to know how we met each other. Seen this question a couple of times now.
Okay, let's answer it. I guess we can start with how you and me met, Mr. Rival, and then we can tie everything together with how we met Rosie as well.
That sounds like a plan. I think I reached out to you on Messenger about your song Tomahawk.
Yeah, you sent me a message in 2016 about the song I released
Oh my
that
God.
you wanted to make a remix of it, and I
Right.
said sure, go for it. And then you sent me something back that was actually really really great, and we released that one together.
Oh.
And then I think you made another remix for me like 6 months later.
Yeah.
And then I think like 6 months after that, we also decided to meet up in person in at like a big music event. And then we became friends from there, and now we're here. And then for how we met Rosie, I
I
remember.
think that's thanks to the people here as to why we met as well.
Yeah, because for me it was when you used "Meant to Be" in, I think it was your third episode of the Music Freaks in August. I don't remember the exact episode, but it was in August of 2020.
Yeah,
maybe?
it would have been 2020. I believe
So
it might have been episode 4 if it was with your song Meant to Be.
yeah, then episode 4, exactly 2 years ago, and I got sent like I don't know, like 100 DMs in the span of like 10 hours, and that's when I knew something had either started going horribly wrong or something really great had happened, and that's when I found out that you had used my song in that episode. And
Something
then
horribly wrong.
I started watching up until that point and thought it was
Ew.
like yeah, so really really fresh, because I watch a lot of YouTube. I can't say I watched a lot of gacha YouTube because that was my like first introduction to that. But I've watched a lot of YouTube. I watched YouTube since like 2008.
Damn.
So I started watching YouTube when I was 10.
I think I was probably about the same. All I remember is the Gummy Bear song and just cat videos and
Yeah,
all
and like
sorts.
Ray William Johnson and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Some of
But
these
like
guys weren't even born. Like that's they
yeah,
love to make me feel old like that.
we're old. I'm 25 now.
SMH guys.
But yeah, so I just thought it was really creative to like bring that kind of series to YouTube, and I thought it would be really fun to just like work together, because like I'm always really inspired by people that are doing their own thing, like that don't really care about what everyone else is doing that at that moment, and just trying to see what they want to do and what works for them. And that's what the Music Freak series was for me. And I wanted to, like, I don't know, see if I could help in any way and be a part of it. And that's how we got together with. I messaged you about it, Rival, and because you had a song in the series as well, I think.
Yes,
And I
she
had
featured
like,
Just Breathe and Seasons.
yeah,
Yeah, we thought, and then we just kind of had the idea that be like, hey, what if we just try to do something with this community, since they seem to like really like us as a person and the music we do. And
that's what it would be really fun to also have, like, because usually music is someone that really brings everyone together. And what better way to do that than having everyone involved in the song and having everyone send in their own like small snippets that we can use in the song and create the song together. So that's the idea I first presented to you, Rival, and then we presented it together to you, Rosie. And from what I remember, you really loved the idea right away. And
Yeah,
here
of
we are.
course. I remember being really surprised to see your email and just being told like, "Oh, we got a lot of comments," and I thought, "Oh no, oh Nelly," like. But
speaking of the submissions, I have a questions for the people in the chat. Why were there so many ukulele submissions? I don't know. Is that a thing nowadays that everyone wants to learn the ukulele?
as someone who doesn't like play music, I also have a ukulele that I just like to sometimes, maybe it is a thing.
So yeah, I think that's the full story of how we all met.
Why does someone wants to know if I live in a sad part of Germany? Do I seem that sad?
What is the sad part of Germany?
What is the sad part of Germany? That is a good question.
And do you live there?
I do not, I guess. I like this part of Germany. It's sunny,
You're a
it's
pretty
too
happy
hot right now,
guy.
but
Boy, I gotta open a window. I'm melting.
I feel you.
A lot of interesting questions there.
Yeah, I'm going through it right now.
I've got loads of fans here, Jason. What do you mean? I'm cool, right? Right, guys?
You're
I'm cool.
super cool.
Question for Rosie: how hot is it there? Um, it's too hot for a very pale English girl like me who just boils, and I will burn if it's just like 10 degrees outside and it's just a spring day or something. It's pretty darn hot. Yeah.
Someone wants to know if you will change your hair color. Is it still blue?
It's not blue at the moment.
Ooh.
Blue was, and I've been trying to fade it, and I tried to make it pink yesterday and the blue doesn't want to come out, so at the moment I'm this like mint chocolate ice cream and it's a mess. So I'm not blue. I want to go pink at the moment. We'll see.
But it's brown now.
At the moment, yeah, it's brown on the top, this blue concoction at the bottom.
Okay. It's picture that right now, but it's pink and blue.
Have you guys ever dyed your hair?
I have
Yes.
once,
Yeah.
and like I lost a bet to my friend, and we were gonna get it colors. So I have like dark blonde hair, I guess you could call it, and really dark brown hair. So we were gonna switch,
Nice.
but I guess we like neither of us knew how to do it, and I think we bought too cheap. Because what ended up happening was that instead of getting each other's hair colors, we like kind of met in the middle. McDonald's for like 6 weeks.
I mean,
So
if it's your first experience with hair dye, I'm not surprised because I think probably the same happened with me when I was younger.
Maybe I should not try it myself then.
I mean, if you have blonde hair and you're doing like a blue or a bright color, go for it. I think when it comes to natural colors, I don't know. I think I saw somebody ask earlier about how much I contribute to the music production for you guys. None. I don't do anything because I don't know how, and yeah, I don't have that talent. I would love to, but I just don't. So I stick to, you know,
I mean, we
my
had
little.
this idea for like future projects when we like when Oscar and myself, if we write a new song with like songwriters, for instance, or singers, and we want to incorporate things from the series to like connect the music with what is actually happening.
Mm.
And that way, Rosie can actually contribute to the music production in that sense.
yeah,
But
Mm.
so I actually have a question for chat in that way. What is something in the Music Freak series that you would want us to write a song about? Like a specific scene, or like maybe a person, or what would you like us to write a song about?
Oh,
many
that's
people say Elliot.
Elliot. I mean, yeah. I can't really speak about Elliot though because I'm still working on his episode, so people have to wait to find out more about him then. But I think probably maybe a song for Luke because at the moment he had Seasons. I love that song. It's probably my top favorite from apart from Love With Your Love, obviously, in the series. But something that shares a bit more about him and his character. I think people would like. Um, I honestly, I could say there's a lot of things that I would love a song about, and I'd ask you for, but I see
Please
someone
go for
putting
it.
Drew in the chat, and Drew is also one. Yes, I do. Oh wait, I can't say anything. I didn't say anything. Anyway. Gosh, it's so hard to go through these questions. They just keep popping up and
They just
can't think of
disappear.
one. No, I don't have a song for Drew, I swear. Guys, please. If you guys don't mind as well, like I'm happy to also answer TMF questions, but if you do also have questions in relation to like music or together or it doesn't have to be TMF related either, like feel free to ask as well.
Anything you want. If you need like a good recipe for lasagna or anything like that, we're here to help.
It's on your recipe. Don't ask me, please. Okay, I have a question for you guys. Someone's asked by Bloom. If you could live in any part of the world, what would it be and why?
Oh,
That's a difficult one.
I'm gonna bring a weird answer. I don't necessarily think it depends on the place, but more about the people around you. So,
True.
like, if I have my like good friends at the same place. I don't necessarily mind where I live unless I'm, I guess, living on the main street of a big city where just noise and smog. Then maybe I would hate that anyways. But I
Home is where
guess,
the heart is.
yeah, that's well put together. What
So,
about you?
me or Rosie?
Oh, you pick.
Okay. I agree with your answer that like it's not really about the place, it's about the people you know, because life is about the relations you build and not where you are.
So wholesome now. What about you, Rosie?
Um, goodness me. I would honestly like I wouldn't mind living in a Scandinavian country, you know, because I think it usually has a good a good what do you call it? Um reputation for being cleaner, more a nice environment and nice people. And I feel like it being in Europe, I would probably actually I answered that all wrong. I probably should have said Japan, but you know, I
You
can't
can say
choose. I
both.
can't choose.
I mean, Scandinavia gives you good reasons to stay inside because it's dark, like
For
most of.
an excuse to go out, since I don't, but I would, if I could answer that, so I'd say Japan, just because, I love Japan. I lived there for a year.
Oh, nice. What
I
have you been doing there?
I studied. It was my year abroad at university, so did
Oh,
a lot of
that's
it. It was so good. The Japanese people are so kind. So they're very friendly to foreigners, and yeah, it's a really nice place. Lots of um, uh, little islands they have. Like they have a bunny villages. They have all sorts of like places for like animals because I'm quite an animal lover. So like all those little quirks about Japan.
that's cute.
Yeah, Japan is nice.
I
I've
yet
been
have
there
to go there.
once. We got a question about if we would ever visit Australia because you can ride kangaroos to school.
Wait, what?
Australia was that?
You can actually do that.
I mean, I'd probably be riding them to like ride away from like all of those giant insects.
Oh,
I don't know, that country terrifies me.
yeah.
I'm very much like Xander, guys. I do not do spiders. I do not do creepy crawlies or anything. And
I'm,
I
mean,
think kangaroos would probably also terrify me, to be honest.
have you guys seen that video of the kangaroo that is like has boxing gloves and goes around punching people?
I've seen the one where this one kangaroo
Maybe.
kicks that guy and the guy kicks back and then they just start fighting. But
Yeah, that one. Like that one made me afraid of kangaroos. I don't know if I want to ride something like that. It's gonna punch me. It's like a bad way to arrive at school.
yeah, probably.
But yeah. Mhm.
Will
Okay.
Ark and Rival show up in episode 10 too? Yeah. Do you guys want to show up in episode 10? All right. You're in.
Hey, yeah.
I can make that work.
Yes,
That's
please.
awesome.
Just do a lot of barking in the background, guys.
I want to
I'm
have the
kidding.
peanut butter jar attached to my hand at all times.
I want to be riding a kangaroo to school.
All right. I'll see what I can do. I've not done kangaroo before, but I'll see. I'll see.
I'm very curious how a gacha kangaroo is going to look like now.
Probably a bit cursed, to be
I
honest.
mean, yeah, if I had to, like, I mean, it's an animal with a very small head, but if you
Mm.
have to give it a big head due to the gacha style, then I'm here for it.
They're saying we should be hosts for the competition.
That's true. You could even perform.
Yeah.
Would
I
that
like that.
require us singing,
His
like
boss.
actually singing?
Well, that's if I cancel
We
the
need to meet
last.
tomorrow, rival, and we will start
Yeah,
practicing.
we need to start immediately if we want to do at least decent. So.
As long as neither of you slap the other and betray each other, you'll be good. Just don't do a Jake.
I'll do my best. Mm, 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 mm. We have a question about our spare time here from. What do you guys do in your spare time? What do you do, Rosie?
I lay on the ground. I make a lot of anxious screeching noises, and I have a lot of existential crises. Other than that, I like to animate, as you know. I like to eat. I'm not the most interesting, not gonna lie. I like playing games sometimes, like playing on my VR. Well, it's kind of not my VR, it's my boyfriend's, but I like playing Beat Saber on it. Hanging out with my friends. Nothing too exciting. I think the most exciting thing I get up to is probably my work because that's what I enjoy doing the most. So, writing, animating, or drawing, or something like that, I would say. But if not, I'm probably more than ever now gonna be playing with Mochi, my little pup, now quite a lot because he's a little pup and needs playtime. So I'll probably be doing that.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
about you guys?
I mean,
You go for it, Oscar.
sure. So for my spare time, I really enjoy doing things that are very different from what I do in work when I produce music. And because when you're working on music, the same as animation, you're sitting in front of a computer basically all the time. Um, so I like to do stuff that gives me more inspiration and go on little trips, and, visit friends, just do stuff that is outdoors. Maybe go swimming. I enjoyed tennis a lot lately, playing tennis every week. Just trying to get new inspiration for new songs basically. And for me that the more stuff I do, the more inspiration I get. So I'm just trying to do a lot of different stuff. In my spare time, my goal is usually how can I do as many new little things that I haven't done before as possible now that I have some free time. So yeah.
That's
Very
very
nice.
admirable. I should probably do more stuff like that. I feel very inactive and hermit-like.
I
Yeah.
mean, everyone has its their favorite place to
Yeah.
be. So I think that's highly individual. When it comes to me, I don't really have much hobbies except of music production, I guess. I mean, I do lots of fitness and reading, and I'm interested in generally learning stuff. I play the piano every day, but I guess that's also music, so I don't know if that counts. But um, yeah, not not as as Oscar right here.
I think that's just different seasons of life. Sometimes you enjoy taking it chill, sometimes you want to do stuff.
Yeah,
I think the most important thing is just listening to what your mind and body tells you, what you actually want to do that right then and do that.
very true.
There's no right answer. Like
I'm I'm going on to a 2 weeks hike without my phone in September to experience some new sensations or see what happens with my head. So that's going to be interesting.
yeah, I'm thinking about trying that as well. Just staying away from the phone, like be able to focus on stuff instead of being on your phone all the time.
Yeah, that's like my main thing on my to-do list. How do I find a solution to not be on the phone? I'm trying, building habits and stuff.
Yeah, just enjoying life, finding ways to enjoy life in the long term, I guess, instead of scrolling endlessly through Instagram and TikTok
Yeah, fuck
and
that.
watching YouTube videos.
Very true.
Because
I think
I've
the only
done that
scrolling I do at the moment is on Reddit, and it's just r/Pomeranians. That's my only addiction right now, and I'm okay with that. You
Wait,
know, at least
what?
it's
You see there?
r/Pom Reddit. What can I see? They're just videos and photos of like Pomeranian
I have to
awesomeness.
Google what a Pomeranian is. I don't know.
Oh, I gotta show you. It's my
Oh,
dog. It's my dog.
yeah. I only know the German name.
Oh, right. Okay.
Zwergspitz.
What's it called in German?
Zwergspitz.
Well,
Schwarzspitz?
that makes sense because they are in the family of Spits, or
Yeah,
like a
it's like
descendant.
sharp dwarf if you would directly translate it.
We have a question in chat from me to Rival. Can you please say ambulance in German?
Krankenhaus.
What is Krankenwagen then?
Well, I guess it's the same thing, but I don't know. I mean, isn't the ambulance the thing that where you go to, or is it both the? Oh, I mean,
What about butterfly?
I guess Krankenwagen would be the ambulance then.
What about butterfly?
Schmetterling. Everyone just says Schmetterling, but it's actually not a terrible word in German. You can say it nicely, Schmetterling.
I only know
German.
one German word, but I'd never say it right. Can I
Of
test it on
course,
you?
go for
Okay.
it.
I'm sorry if I butcher this. Mover. It's a bird.
She thinks you're in the way, Rival. You need to move it.
The only reason why I know what you're trying to say is because I think that maybe you were the person who tried it already.
Oh, damn it. Probably.
It's moving.
Yeah, in case you guys don't know it, I think it means seagull, right?
Yeah, it's those nasty birds who steal your ice cream when you're not cautious enough on the beach.
I might have a question in chat from one of my mods. They're wondering, what were your opinions on gacha meeting Rosie? Did you find us weird?
Like, I think here, like, both me and Rival are old as the Earth itself. We're like 25. So, I didn't even know gacha was a thing before seeing. So I didn't at all. And after, like, I just think it's wholesome. Like, to me, it's like reminds me of the series I watched when I was a little bit younger. Like, but it's now it's on YouTube instead of the TV. So like, I just think it's like a really nice, wholesome series that I fully support. And gacha in general, it seems to be a really, really nice way. Like, there's one thing I don't understand though, because isn't gacha a game that then seems to have turned more into like the community around it and the animations and all of that stuff? And the animation seems to be more popular now than the game.
That's what I was so confused about as well. I think it used to be Gacha Club, and then it became Gacha something else.
Close. So it was gacha. Well, there's been all sorts of gachas, even ones where before like I even knew what it was. I think there was gacha verse, gacha. I think some of you guys in the chat can probably say what the other ones were. Gacha Studios on Gacha Verse, Gacha Life was the one I started with TMF and how I end community with Gacha Life, and then it became Gacha Club. And yeah, you're right. That is kind of confusing that it's a game, but then it became this sort of like media, sort of like popular kind of thing to watch I guess it's just because it is ultimately a dressing game, and so you can just customize characters on that. So at the end of the day, it's essentially just like a medium to make things with. I believe there is like a some sort of game within it, like a battle game, but um obviously the majority uses it to just kind of make OCs and just be creative with it really. And it's gotten so big, and because people, it makes it so easy for people to make things with it because it let me, because at the time I wasn't confident in my drawing or anything, so I could just use that to make what I wanted. So it's very easy, and the style was cute, I think.
Wasn't it also like in some of these apps? I checked out the Gacha Club thing when I was.
Gambling. I
Yeah, I
mean,
was
there
like,
is other gacha games that are like that, but that's not the gacha. Like that's not our gacha.
yeah, I was just checking out different apps when I was like trying to understand what the whole thing was about. And I just,
Right.
the first thing I read into that it was a gambling game for kids, and I was so confused. How is that connected to a music series?
No, there are gacha games, but they're very different. Because they're, well, I guess gacha is like toy vending machines in Japan and stuff, but then there's gacha games a bit like Genshin is one, right? I'm not a huge gamer myself, so
Yeah,
I'm
me
sorry if I'm ever
neither.
incorrect, but
I still don't
Yeah,
know what you're talking about.
they asked us another question about games. They asked if any one of us are playing any other games other than Gacha, or if we have in the past.
I'm really only playing League of Legends, but that's only because that's the only game that works on Mac. It's really. Um, but yeah.
Yeah, I,
I mean, for
I,
me personally, I don't really play a lot of games, to be honest. I think occasionally I'll play Beat Saber just because it's really fun, and I like rhythm style games, and I just enjoy that, and it gets me on my feet and active because I'm pretty inactive. Other than that, no, I'm generally just working, me. But it's what I like to do, so don't worry. Oh, what about Candy Crush? Don't do me like that. I'm not. Oh, I'm past my Candy Crush phase. Okay, I'm not a Candy Crush mum anymore. I'm. What about Temple Run? I loved Temple Run when I was maybe 13, 14. I don't remember when it came out. No, I dropped Candy Crush. I was into that for a good year last year, but no longer.
it's over.
It's over, gone, crushed like the candy. EMF songs in Beat Saber when. Have you guys ever played Beat Saber?
Not personally, no.
Oh,
I, I have.
it's you have. You could always make a custom Beat Saber game on there for the TMF songs. Be pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I have a few of my songs in Beat Sabers, but
Oh,
we could look
nice.
into if anyone plays Beat Sabers. I could look into and try to get them on the game if anyone is interested. Mm.
I guess this is like a technical question for Rosie. How was your transition from using screenshots for episodes to animating Moho?
Hmm. So if you guys don't know, Moho is the animation program that I use. In terms of it was pretty tough. I mean, shots though, that wasn't always easy. It still took a lot of editing and work. Because I did not start out with good editing. I started out, if you've seen my first video, which I don't talk about. It was just, using the free backgrounds in Gacha Life and taking it, and it slowly but surely I improved. And it's the same with my animation. But when it came to moving to animation, that was super difficult because I'd never animated before. I'd never uh, done any used any software like that. It was super fun, but yeah, it was also extremely difficult. It's not so difficult for me anymore, but it's just time consuming. Unfortunately, it's a great outcome, but it just takes time, as you might have guessed.
Well, I guess the waiting was worthwhile. So
I hope so. I hope so. I don't know anymore.
So I sadly gotta go in like 5 minutes, but we can take some final questions to wrap things up.
Absolutely.
Uh,
I do have a question here I'd like to ask you guys. Someone asked for each of us, and it's okay, I can elaborate on what this means. What is your favorite ship dynamic, and give one example of it? So do you guys know what ships are?
Yeah.
Do
I
you
do know
have
that.
do you have a favorite type of ship you like, or maybe a TMF ship, or do you guys ship?
I mean, I think Oscar explained me the word a few years ago, if I
Yeah,
remember correctly,
I
and I still don't quite get it. I think if someone ships someone, it's like trying to bring them together.
I can
It
explain
means you
it again
kind
for
of
you.
it's like that. It's like you want them to you like the idea of them being in a relationship, or you're rooting for them to be together, sort of thing.
Yes,
Right.
you want them to get closer to each other and be a thing.
Yeah.
I
So
honestly I don't think I've ever think of something like this when I'm watching anything, but
That is fair enough. I feel like shipping is probably one of the most popular things for TMF viewers to do. I think it's what is the crux of this little fandom. So, you know,
like I don't know. Never thought of it like that either. Is the boring answer, I guess. It's more like I get really invested in different characters, but I mostly care about like, okay, how is that character gonna do and what is good for that character. But it's rarely that I care about specific characters or shipping them together. It's more a specific character that I really like when I watch different series.
guess for me it's the other way around that I get pissed off when something happens that I did not like necessarily expect, and then be like, why is this person doing something with this guy? He's obviously an asshole. Why would he or she do that? Um, but yeah,
Okay. A few music related questions for you and me, Mr. Rival. Do you want to take some of those?
yeah. Let's
There
see.
are two different ones. We got an if we want any awards for our music, or how long does it usually take to make a song? So, which one do you want to start with?
I'm going for how long it takes to make a song. Really, there's no specific answer to it. It can be anything from 2 weeks to 2 years. Literally, I've worked on projects for 2 years and then released them. So yeah, it depends. Um, Mostly on like what ideas you're trying to implement in the song, whether it's more technical or if you're focusing on the songwriting. Some ideas just come quicker than others. What about you, Oscar?
Yeah, for me, it's mostly about like, do you have the same as me where it's like you get a certain feeling when you know the song done, where it's like, yeah, this is it. And to get there can take anything from like 10 hours to, I think my longest song took 350 hours to work on, like 350 working hours. So depends. Like sometimes you just get stuck on stuff. Maybe you think like one part of the song really sucks and you don't know what to do with it. I'm sure it's the same for you when you're animating episodes, Rosie. It's like there's like maybe this one plot hole or one area where it's like you don't know what to do. And then maybe you find out 4 months later or 6 months later, you just be in the grocery store, or like just walking around, the idea hits you, and then you're able to finish the song in like 5 minutes when you get home. So it's mostly about like just inspiration. Depends how much inspiration you have in that moment.
I usually find inspiration when I'm about to go to bed and sleep, and then I have to stand up, wake up again, record it on my phone. It's always the same thing. I hate it.
I imagine it's just also quite a lot more satisfying to do it that way when you're like hit with that and you know exactly how you want it now instead of kind of forcing it to be completed and then it because I
Sure.
feel like when I force things to be completed if I'm not I don't have the right inspiration then it makes the process a bit less enjoyable and you know
Totally. I mean, for me, I think it's both. I kind of have to show up every day in order to be like receive, I guess,
yeah
inspiration, or
yeah
however you would say that.
Yeah. But I'm sorry, guys. I sadly have to go now. But this was really fun. A lot of great questions, and always enjoy talking to you too, of course.
yeah
And I hope everyone likes the song that we created together. And I'm really excited to see the maps, not the meeps, the maps.
It's just the one map. I don't know if anyone else is making a map. That'd be cool. But yeah.
It's like the videos people are submitting for the map, I guess, is what it's called then.
Yeah, it's like map is the one project and the map parts, I guess, is the individual parts. But yeah, we can go with meeps or maps, whatever.
Meeps just sound so cute. Like,
Meep.
yeah, I'm creating a meep.
It sounds like the kind of sounds my dog is making right now.
Meep meep. But yeah, I gotta run. Enjoy and take care, everyone.
Thank you, Oscar. Thank
And
you for coming.
thank you for having me. And hopefully we talk to each other soon.
Yes.
Adios, guys.
Bye bye
Adios.
bye.
And it was just two and 181 others.
Yeah, I'm just getting more nervous now.
Don't.
Shall we do some more questions or
We
should
can
we?
do. Yeah. Remember, guys, to ask also, you know, non-TMF spoiler related questions. I probably will stay on a bit longer after this and maybe answer some if you guys want. I don't mind, but you know,
Yeah,
any any
can
any music or peanut butter related questions, fire them.
what is my favorite German word? Dreieck. Never thought about that, to be honest. But
Yeah, I feel like if I was asked what my favorite English word, I would be like, oh.
I guess it's more like I have some sentences from like books that I really like, but they are actually English books, so like that doesn't really help.
I mean, I know my favorite German word. I can't say it, but you know, I try.
Is it the Möwe?
Yeah.
Why is it the Möwe?
I think it's just because it's the only word I do know, and for some reason I have a strange fixation towards seagulls. I think it's because I have a lot where I'm near the coast, so they're all around, and you know, mean something to me, I guess.
Fair enough. Um, what are some pros and cons being a songwriter, music producer? That's an easy. I can give an easy answer here, I guess. I mean, the pro is obviously that I mean I'm very privileged to be able to do this music thing as a as a living. I can just wake up and make music. That's I mean that's amazing. The downside is that you're usually on your own all day long, every day. So you have to really make sure not to forget about social life, which can be rather challenging. And there are times where you feel lonely or you don't necessarily know what to do with yourself. But yeah, it's a balance, I suppose. I don't know. Maybe you can
Oh,
relate, Rosie, in some
absolutely.
capacity.
As soon as you said about that, 100%. I mean, I'm so focused on what I do, and although I do see people occasionally, sometimes it will be, weeks alone in my room, and yeah, it can get lonely at times, and um, it's good for myself to remember that my work isn't my whole life, and to,
Yeah,
enjoy other aspects and all sorts.
that's a good point. Sometimes when I do see people, I'm like confused for a couple of minutes. And oh, wait, I'm not at home. I'm not making music. I'm actually in person with another
Yeah.
person. Behave normally. Does Germany have German chocolate cake? Because my family is German, we make it up. I don't know. I don't. That's the thing. I hate chocolate.
You
I
hate
dis
chocolate?
hate chocolate.
What? Wait, I need a good explanation for this.
I
This
don't
is the.
know.
I mean,
I
that's
don't.
great for you. I mean, at least you're healthy, but.
I don't know, to be honest. Ever since I'm a little kid, I hated chocolate. I was eating the white chocolate for a while, but it's like I don't like it either now. I don't know. It's like somewhat bitter and also sweet, and I don't like that combination
Have
at
you?
all.
So, the chocolate you have where you are now, would you say it's like? Because I know that some chocolates in different parts of like different countries are quite different. Like America's is quite waxy compared to British chocolate, which is a lot more sweet. I would say maybe you haven't tried the right chocolate, but I
Yeah,
feel I don't know.
it's
It
been
just
25 years.
I know I just can't wrap my head around it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I've every once in a while I try like cake or like I also hate how do you say that the cacao thing, the drink, the chocolate drink, chocolate milk. I hate it.
Cacao. I have not
Uh,
heard of that brand.
it's chocolate milk, I suppose.
Oh, okay,
Um,
yeah, like the powder.
yeah, I say yeah, the powder. I say with cakes and everything. I hate everything that is connected to chocolate. I don't know why.
I mean, I'm slightly jealous of that because at least that's better for your health, you know? Like, I'll be binging and like eating as much chocolate as I can and breaking out. So, that's good for you, I
I
suppose.
guess I compensated that with eating gummy bears to an
Gummy
extent that it got
bears.
really unhealthy, but
What about Reese's peanut butter?
nah.
Oh,
I don't eat those like things really. I just nowadays I don't eat any sweets. I don't know why. I got completely rid of it.
damn. I wish I was you right now.
But this
I
is
have
probably
such a
more
sweet tooth.
it's probably more due to me eating all day long, so I don't have any more, you know, hunger left for sweets,
I mean, if it works, it works.
right?
I've kind of gone the opposite. I'm too much in my own shell that I just I'm like a bear in hibernation to gummy bears, I guess.
Someone wants to know if I like sauerkraut. I don't know who likes sauerkraut. No, I don't. What is sauerkraut
I
in
have
English?
no idea.
Sauerkraut. Is there even a translation for sauerkraut? I don't. There's no translation. It's just called sauerkraut. Pickled cabbage, I suppose.
I I know this isn't my question. I quite like cabbage, I would say. For Rosie and
Nice.
Rival, do you think that the Philippines is poggers? I think it's ultimate poggers.
I've never been there, but I suppose it's poggers.
And my first connection with the Philippines was one of my family members married someone from the Philippines, and it was very interesting to learn the culture and all of that. And then suddenly I was swept into this community, and I was like, oh damn, like the Philippines loves gacha, and I'm still very baffled by that. I wonder why that is. That there's so many people from the Philippines that love gacha, but like you guys are awesome. Although I am scared to go there just because I know that I will burn to a crisp because my mum went and she came back like a lobster and she tans and I don't. So I might be worse for wear.
Hey Rosie, I might leave you here with 177 people.
Hmm.
Do you think you're good?
I'm good. I do need to spend a penny, but after I've done that, yeah, I'm good. But no, thank you for coming, Rival, and doing this Q&A. It's been fun.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing this with us.
Yes.
And I'll talk to you very soon. Thank you guys for joining in. And yeah, a goodbye.
Have a good evening.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. And then there was one mother and 174 children. I'm gonna answer some questions. I know you guys were asking like a lot of serious questions in writing, and I will answer some now. I just wanted some questions for the voice to answer, so I'll do that now. I hope go to the toilet because I'm kind of bursting, but I will be back. So I'm just gonna write here. I'll be back. Okay, behave, please. Jason, can you please look after them? I thought it wouldn't pop up. Oh, I'm stupid. Curse those embeds. Okay. So you guys can ask me whatever you want. I don't promise to answer everything, especially if it's to do with spoilers, because there's only so much I'm gonna spoil. You guys have to wait. I'm sorry. But yeah, hit me. I'll probably just stay for maybe 15 minutes more or half an hour or something. We'll see. Oh god. Okay. It's going to be a struggle knowing what to answer because there's a lot I'm not sure whether to. A character you kin. I get this question a lot. The thing about my characters is there's so like many characteristics that I will relate to in my characters. If I had to say who I'm most similar to, Shannon, no, not really. I mean, I do voice her, but maybe, I don't know. But probably maybe Xander because although he's pretty rude, I wouldn't say I'm that rude, but I'm quite cat-like in the sense that I can be very reserved and to myself and a bit grumpy in the morning. I hate spiders. I'm a bit of a tsundere as well, not gonna lie. So maybe Xander. Is Gents canon Mother Rosie? Maybe. I can't promise there might be more Gents interaction. Who knows? Go back to your old Gacha series and reboot them with voice acting. I have considered this with My Drawing Came to Life and Boy with Bad Luck. I'm not sure I would ever remake them just because I prefer to just make new content and new stories rather than remaking things, such as if I decided to like reanimate older TMF episodes. I'd rather put a lot more of my energy into making new content. But if it came to just dubbing over them, it's something that I've kind of thought about and maybe might do if it's something people would like. Potentially, I'm not sure. Um, Sort of. I mean, I mainly learned through tutorials, but they were mainly just how I use my current animation program. So I would watch that. It's just a lot of practice, really. I sometimes watch tutorials even today, like now, like I'm still not like the best animator. I've still got a lot to learn. So sometimes I'll search up like how to do certain things. When it comes to animators, they're always, using references or tutorials to help them. I use myself as well as like reference to animate and stuff. But it was a mix, I would say, between YouTube and just practice, honestly. Without any kind of resources, it would just be as long as you know the basics, like rigging, or if you're not rigging, drawing, or whatever, it's just doing it over and over again. So, making my episodes has helped me a lot in that, I would say. Question for Rosie. Me? If you could rewrite TMS series, what would you change and why? Also, any chances once the series ends, you'd show your Rosebud members any bloopers or behind the scenes stuff of TMF? If I could rewrite TMF, I probably would have been a lot more prepared. um, there's quite a lot of things I would, but at the same time, I wouldn't want to rewrite too much because I feel like if I did, it would change TMF what it is today, and I feel like maybe people wouldn't like that. And I'm not mad at how TMF has turned out. As I've said before, like I wasn't super prepared when it came to writing TMF because I didn't think people would like it, or um, be more interested than just a casual watch. So if I could change something, it would probably just be fleshing out my characters a bit more. Probably having it, I just like to think that it might I would, because that so you watch Hell of a Boss. Who's your favorite character? I Hell of a Boss. I think my favorite character is Us. Not just because of the last episode. I don't know if anyone watches it here, and you're probably a bit too young for it, to be honest, but I've always liked him. Probably maybe really innocent on the inside, but Rosie, do you ship anyone in TMF? And if I ship a lot of things. I can't really say. I guess I can tell you I ship Lander. I love Lander. I like Sean X Broom indeed. A lot because I feel like people motivation comes to me in like swings. I don't always have motivation. I think when it comes to making my videos, it's not just motivation that gets it done. It's also just dedication and pushing through, because sometimes you're not always going to have motivation, unfortunately. Persistence and like a dog, you gotta train yourself to keep going. And yeah. But if I'm trying to look for motivation, it's probably honestly watching like fan works or watching shows. If I'm watching something that like gets me riled up about writing or characters, then it's 100% going to get me in the mood, because I'm thinking, oh, I wanna do something like that, or I wanna write better than that, or I wanna include this in this character's writing or relationship, or I can't wait to show this to you guys. You know. So I see a few questions. Oh gosh. My boyfriend's just walked in with the puppy. You can't do that. Oh, lovely. He's had his first number 2, guys. That's great. Sorry about that, guys. I saw a few questions about fan fictions. Have I read any? I there were a few that I've read. Fan fictions are so creative and really cool. I just don't spend a lot of time, unfortunately, reading, because I'm mainly just working. Yeah, they're really cool. Some are interesting. Have I ever stalked fandom without us knowing? I wonder if I have. I mean, the answer is yes. Yes, I have. I think the fan creation channels are probably like what I usually look into. On the server, like fan art is my favorite, or fandom, or fan memes. I don't tend to look at any others. I like to give you guys a bit of privacy. I feel like me stalking would kind of be, I don't know, uncomfortable. If TMF turned into a musical theatre play, would you attend it? A whole 5-hour-long play, damn. I mean, I feel like I would have to, right? Like, it's my story. I'd 100% do that. 5 hours is very long, so I hope there's a lot of intervals. Yeah, I would love that. I would hope that I would get somebody that was very well versed in writing musical theatre plays, because yeah, that would be awesome. Veggie freaks. Are we going to receive more plushies of the TMF characters? Just imagine all the Daisy posts if the Daisy plush gets released. I would love to release more plushies. I'm not gonna say yes or no, to be honest. I'm hoping to. I don't have anything promised or planned, but it's something that I do want to do. So maybe an Oreo plush. Who knows? Will we get to see the families of other characters aside from Haley and Xander? Will you? Let me think. You will. You will. After this Q&A, guys, I'm probably going to also release that little teaser video that I shared with members only with you guys, if you want to see that. It's very small, so, don't get your hopes up it being anything like amazing, but, I'll do that. Who do you love more, Jason or your dog? Don't do that. I feel like what if I call my dog Jason? Then I can say Jason, right? I have a few people asking me for tips on writing. So someone asked tips on character, story, lore development, please. I usually answer this with ask somebody else, because I'm not the best person to go to for this sort of thing, in my personal opinion, just because I don't think I'm a very good writer. But if I had some tips on everything I've learned from season 1, then it would probably be focus on a character's growth. Sort of, we all develop, because a lot of people say character development, but what that means is that we all have development in our lives. We learn from relationships. We have our own personal goals that might set us back or help us keep going. So if I had to give a tip, I would say, well, the first tip would be just start writing, and read a lot as well. Watch a lot of TV shows, see what they do. That's helped me. I would say, gosh, I'm not sure if I have any good tips, to be honest. I'm not very good at giving tips on the spot. I would say just focus on a character and think what sort of development journey you want them to go through, what they're going to learn, for the better. It can be for the worse as well. It depends on the genre you're writing. Like, for example, with Jake, his development, his story is sort of him being himself, being open, and being comfortable in his own skin, and that's something he's struggling with. So you want to find like a struggle, or it doesn't have to be internal. A lot of good writers will make internal conflicts. It can be external, like if there's like, I don't know, dragons or armies they're fighting, but anything that someone has to overcome, try and brainstorm and, right. Unfortunately, I don't have anything better than that. I'm so sorry. I am just very bad at giving tips on the spot, I'm afraid. I'm probably going to go in maybe 5 minutes, but I'll answer some more. Were you inspired by any GachaTuber to start animating? I would say I was inspired by a lot of GachaTubers to start animating. There was no one specifically, but I've always loved watching GachaTubers such as like Kuri or GachaVida or Siege or X Sprinter or Millie. I probably have watched most of ones that you might have watched, and they've always inspired me to up my editing skills. It's not something I thought I would ever go into myself, though, because the only reason I started animating was just because Gacha Club didn't have any walking and running poses. So I wouldn't say anybody like pushed me to do it, but if I had to say who really pushed me, it would probably be Vida, Millie, and Kuri. They still push me now. Like some of them even push me to try and do 3D. Not sure I'll ever do that. I don't like you guys waiting any longer than, you already are. Season 2 of Music Freaks? Who knows? I've seen a few people ask me also about the Jones, about their last names. Maybe I'll share their last names in the future, probably not here. Not because I totally don't have last names for them yet. How is your new house? It's great, thank you. We've been here for a couple of months and I've settled into my new office and it's pretty great, apart from the weather, which has been pretty a lot. But it's been very nice, and now I've got a little furry son, so very excited. Rosie, I know you said Drew had 2 parents, but does he have any siblings? I shouldn't have read that out loud because I don't want to answer that. I mean, some of the Jomies have siblings. I'm not saying who. Oh, guys. There's just so many questions that I'm so hesitant to answer because, I get so anxious with spoilers. Rosie, what is your favorite episode? I'm gonna assume TMF. It might be something else though, so let me know. But if it's TMF, my favorite episode was probably the last one, just because I feel like I've improved a lot with animating, and it was just really enjoyable to watch the climax. To be honest, as you know, that's kind of what I like. Character suffering and all that jazz. Yes, there will be more of that in the next episode. Woohoo, whoopee. Oh, I will not be singing for you. That is not happening. Rosie, do you have any favorite characters in My Drawing Came to Life? I've got to think back to My Drawing Came to Life. It's so bad that sometimes I even forget my own characters and my own series. I think I really liked Jess. I like Jess. She's the main character. Oh goodness, who else was there? I loved Stephanie. Thank you for reminding me of another character. I also like Stephanie. I'm gonna have to be honest with you guys. My Drawing Came to Life is such an old series for me that I never look back at. So I honestly don't remember a lot from it. And it's kind of sad to think about saying that, to be honest. But yeah. So I have to say Jess. Will there be any BTS or bloopers of the cast? I do want to make another maybe bloopers sort of video. Unfortunately, a lot of my voice actors are super professional for me and don't really include bloopers. Jake's VA, on the other hand, he will send me 30 minutes worth of bloopers. So this guy does have a video prepared for you if I do make one. So I might. When it comes to BTS, I am thinking if you guys want it, it depends how much people want it. Maybe sort of what goes on exactly like stage by stage, how like an episode is made or something like that. I think that would be cool. Oh, the season 2 questions won't stop coming, huh? I mean, if you guys do want season 2 The Furry Freaks, I mean, I think I did tease it a little bit on my second channel, right? You know, the whole them dressing up as cat maids. You want that, right? Yes, no, yes, yes. Perfect. Okay. Season 2 Furry Freaks, guys, is confirmed. Okay, this is the last question I'm going to answer, and then I'm going to go and eat some grub, and I'm going to let you guys watch the teaser. It's a very small teaser. Please do not get too excited. So someone asked possible estimate time for the next ep. I unfortunately do not have an estimate time for the next ep because I don't like promising dates and then not being able to fulfill that because that's happened in the past and I really hate disappointing you guys. I know that I keep a lot of you waiting for such a long time, so I'm really sorry about that. I really do try my best to speed up the process, but unfortunately, the episode is very, very, very long. I think the minimum it is 50 minutes. It might be longer. I haven't counted. Rosie, make sure you touch grass. Excuse me. I touched grass today. I had to go pick up a puppy. I'll remember tomorrow. Anyway, but no, we're trying our best. Me and Jason and my other animator. We're working really hard to get it done. Hopefully we can show more soon. I might release other types of videos on my channel to keep the wait a little bit easier, but unfortunately, it's just gonna take a bit longer. As soon as I know, you will know. I promise you that. But again, I don't like not being able to keep promises, so unfortunately, I can't say. But yes, I think I will end here, and I will make that little spoiler public for you guys and share it here if you just give me a second. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this Q&A. Once again, I apologize for being super awkward as per usual. That's just me. I am socially awkward. It's just my thing.